Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. I'm Tom Keene with Paul Sweeney and Bloomberg's Lisa Mateo. Is there anything moving today for your podcast?
Yes, and of course it is CME Group. Yes,
okay,
ticker CME. Got to go there. Their shares have been down nearly 1%. Yes, we all know it. Trading of futures options on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange halted by this data center fault. The outage hours of disruption, markets across equities, foreign exchange, bonds, commodities. The culprit was this cooling system. Problems at this data center in Chicago, near the Chicago area. Engineering teams, they restarted several chillers. They used temporary cooling equipment. They did what they can, and things are back up and running. But it's actually not the first time this has happened. Nope. No, there was an outage that was it was similar, but this one was longer. And the last one was back in 2019. But it halted trading, U.S. Treasury futures. You had European and UK bond markets that trade on a different exchange. They weren't affected. But it just wasn't the news that the markets needed, because November has really been this volatile month for equities. We're also keeping an eye on, too, because of that, NYSE, New York Stock Exchange owner Intercontinental Exchange, which is ticker ICE. Their shares were up nearly 1%. NASDAQ ticker NDAQ, those shares were down about 0.5%. So I want to go there and go to what's really like a stock on the move. It's Tilray Brands.
Saw that.
Yes, TLRY. Their shares have been down as much as 15%. It's a cannabis company. Sure. All right. So they unveiled this reverse stock split. It's a 1-for-10 reverse stock split. Shares are beginning trading on a split adjusted basis on December 2nd. So that's the date they put. So they said that's going to reduce the number of its shares to 116 million from about 1.16 billion.
Right.
But they just said, it's going to make its shares more attractive to institutional shareholders. So that's what they're saying.
Next, what do you got?
All right. I got to go Oracle, ticker ORCL. Yep. Their shares have been down as much as 2%. This was a story from a few days, but it's still kind of affecting the stock. Morgan Stanley said a gauge of risk on Oracle's debt reached a 3-year high in November. So they're putting out this warning. They say things could only get worse in 2026 unless Oracle is able to kind of calm that investor anxiety about this massive AI spending spree. It's a spending spree they're worried about.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.